Yes, guys, we got it. We got our Zarpy. We got permission finally to leave Colombia, where we've been sitting here for what, almost 16 months, waiting to move. And of course, our next destination is Panama, which is an international destination. So for those that don't know what a Zarpy is, it is permission for international travel between countries. So we just got ours released, and it is good for 2 days from now. So we are now in due process to get the boat ready, because we haven't tested it yet. We weren't expecting.
We're selling.
We didn't know for sure when it was going to come through, but it did come through. So of course we haven't moved the boat in a long time, which means we need to do a test sail. Now our Zarpy is for 2 days from now. That's our departure date, which means we need to be out for a test sail tomorrow. So we have a lot of work today, including putting together my helm stations, because all the instruments and everything are still taken apart, and that's going to be part of our test process, is all the new electronics. So that is going to be today. Okay, we have incoming. There's Guillermo with all our stuff. All our wood and our life raft with the new mount. So we got to do some test fitting and then bring it back to the shop this afternoon.
Oh.
And it's heavy, so we need all hands on deck.
No worries. Where's that?
Incoming, right over there. And somehow we're going to put it right in here. So just need to start looking at this area. Probably going to have to cut this mount that the life ring is on now, or use it as a hanger, but I think it'll be too high. So we'll see. There be pirates, Billy.
Captain Rick.
Como marinero. Miedo number one. Nice. Ready. Yes. Inside or just
For the moment.
careful?
Yeah. It is very heavy.
It's not strapped in, guys, so it has to stay tilted this way. Okay?
Oh, the baby.
Otherwise, it's going for an unauthorized trip.
Alright, with the fresh beer for you.
Okay. Watch this. Guillermo,
Yes.
fría cerveza?
Okay. Muy bien.
You never get a no out of this. Guillermo. It's gonna go down in one go. Need next one?
Yeah, he's little, but he drinks so fast.
That's your beer. Yes.
Salute.
Okay, my friend.
Yeah, that
Right, yep.
And since our time here was likely to be limited, the kids decided to take a last little tour around our beautiful island of San Andres.
There you go.
It's time. It's going to be our new control station panel. Autopilot I70, so we can set up either one of these to repeat any kind of information we want, and the autopilot will always give us the detailed information of what the autopilot's doing, where we're going, cross-track error, wind tracking, everything. It's very cool. So I got the bezels off, just lining them up in their holes, making sure they're square, and drilling the mounting holes. These panels just pull off so you can get at the access holes for drilling. Just nice and gently, don't want to scratch anything, that's for sure. And just drill them out softly, thread in the screws softly. And take our keypad, it's just a waterproof keypad laid on top. Lightly press it back into position. Make sure all the switches got contact. And then just press our bezel back on top. Now just doing the same thing with the VHF radio. Just piloted out the holes, and now just adding in the mounting screws. And again, just snap the bezel on, cover over the entire framework here. Seals everything up. Just make sure everything snaps in properly. And we're good to go. We got the iridium mounted on here. Still need to take it off, drill the hole through here for all the wiring and everything that's going to pass out the back, and the connector for the antenna. But we are getting there. We'll get the two panels mounted here, and got to cut some holes for the bilge controls there. Okay. Alright. So I've also pre-drilled our mount here just for 2 alignment screws to keep the whole thing together, and installed another gasket on the back of this board just to prevent any water from going down through the holes in here. I've hooked up the 3 wires for the CTOC network and connected to a bus that's just down underneath here with a blue CTOC bus connector that goes down to the rest of the controls that are hooked up to the autopilot and everything else. So the network cables are interfaced, I just need to plug them in down below. So I drop them through the hole here, and they are ready. Once we finish this, we go down and just basically plug it in, and everything should just turn on. We hope. This, line it up on this corner over here, right where the other one was. Align the bottom edge so it's in line with the old mount, and drop like so. Give it a push, and that is not going anywhere. Okay. Too tight, but enough to compress the gasket a little bit and just hold everything in perfect place. There is part 1. So we now have 3 beautifully situated gauges. Now we just need to turn them on. Okay, here is our 2 backbone cables coming down from the instruments above, and this is what's going to connect all the data. So let's see here. This is our main hub here. So we have two cables because they're in series with what goes back to the nav station. So I have to connect both cables. Okay, that's one. And I'll come back and organize all this again later. But right now we just want to get it hooked up and tested. And this one goes to the ITC5 connector, and this is where all the transducers are for all the instruments. So we plug this one in here. Double lock. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but our green light is flashing, so we are transferring data now. So we got data there, and all of our data is flashing on the network switch. So this is a C-Talk network switch with all the high-speed data cables, the RayNet cables that go forward to the MFDs at my desk, the dual axioms there. And you can see everything's flashing, so everything is communicating. So we're hoping that the new instruments just turned on. Let's go have a look. Look at that, that is a thing of beauty right there. So here is our apparent wind and apparent wind speed, our depth, our speed. This is our autopilot control. And this one we can make whatever we want. Right now it's for AIS, but we don't have the AIS system hooked up yet. But we can switch any of these displays to anything we want. So you can duplicate, wouldn't need to, but all the same pages are available on any place you want to put these in the boat, which is really cool. Autopilot, let's give that a try. We'll hit auto. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And we're getting feedback from our rudder reference transducer there. You can see as I turn the wheel to port, this turns more to port or red. So I go full around the port side and it stops at 30 degrees. Go all the way back to starboard side. And now it's on the green side, you can see, for starboard. And it stops at 30 degrees. Perfect. So we'll bring that back to center and leave it there. As you know, we've got my bridle set up on the port side to keep us, broadside to the wind so that the sun will pass over the port side of the boat. And you can see that right here because the wind is at 60 degrees. We're getting 14 knots of wind right now. Depth under us is 13 feet. Heading is 125 degrees. And here you can see that little wind indicator, that's new as well. So that is now indicating what our wind direction is in relation to our compass. So the wind is coming directly out of the east. Here it gives us the wind direction relative to the bow of the boat. So 30 degrees or 40 degrees to port or 40 degrees to starboard. Here it just shows us on the compass dial where the actual wind is coming from. So that's very cool. But for now, that closes up the installation on this part. So that's awesome. You can see over here we still have our radar and our chart plotter all working up here. And that's all working in conjunction with the two displays downstairs now. So we are getting there one step at a time, one wire at a time.
Action.
Salut.
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 Yes. Welcome
Happy.
aboard to our friends.
Thank you.
Salut, salut.
Salut.
I think you guys might remember these guys. this is Guillermo that I bought the motorcycle from, and 6 months later, Guillermo buy the motorcycle back. And his brother, and
the wife.
and wife.
La señora Pilar.
Welcome aboard.
37 años.
37 años, 37 years.
7 años juntos.
Married.
¿Cómo la pareja?
37 years married?
Yeah. Very,
What?
very, very glad.
Much time. Así como la moto.
Like the mood.
Yeah.
Did you get married when you were 10? Oh, we have a special visit. You're back.
One beer.
Buenos dias.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Very nice. Wow, is that the color of the bike?
¿Sí? Okay. Me falta brillante.
Wow, beautiful.
Con gusto. Estamos hablando. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Buen viaje.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, Capi.
Nice gift.
Tengan buen viaje.
Very
Okay.
nice
Muchas
gift.
gracias.
No sabe cuándo sea todavía.
Nice. Negro satín.
Negro. La tuya. Capi.
Ciao, guys.
See you. Yeah.
Hasta más tarde, amigos. See you more later. I'm sure we will again. Great guys. And thank them so much for all the help, the bike, the paperwork, everything. Salud. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's see. Him filming, him filming you.